Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the REAX Fulton riding sneakers available at RevZilla.com. So REAX is one of our exclusive brands here at RevZilla, and what this means is we get to give direct feedback to the designers based on input from riders like you. And really the inspiration for the Fulton riding sneaker was to put out just a riding shoe, but with more of a sneaker style. And the inspiration really came from the original 1984 Air Jordans. You can see that especially in the red, white, and black version on my left-hand side. The second colorway is the black and gum sole version, which is right in front of me. But really what you're looking at here is a riding sneaker that's going to incorporate all the same safety protection that you would expect from a riding shoe, but with a little bit more of a sneaker style to it. Price point is going to be right around the $150 price mark, and just keep in mind that RevZilla does have the price match guarantee, so you are guaranteed to get the lowest price. Now, from a sizing standpoint, sizes are going to range from an 8 up to a 14 with a few select half sizes available. Like I said, you have two different colors to choose from. And if you're looking at this and you're thinking, man, I'm really not into that sneaker style, I want something a little bit more traditional, I would recommend taking a look at the Tasker. You'd be bumping up to the Tasker, which gives you a little bit more of a work boot style. Price point for that is going to be right around the $180, $100 price point, but it just takes a little bit more of a different style and tone to it. For those of you out there that are looking for a riding shoe / riding sneaker, this is a style that's become very popular, and really it's about how you could incorporate protection you'd expect from a riding boot, but into something with a little bit more style to it that you can wear all day long, and it doesn't look like you're out there ready to go on some big great adventure. So the main construction with this is going to be a full leather design. You are going to have waterproof protection baked in. The waterproof protection goes right up to about the second to third eyelet, so just keep that in mind. If you're relying on this as a waterproof option, your waterproof pants have to go down over the top of this, otherwise you run the risk of water coming in from the top. And really, at that point, it's going to completely just negate any of the waterproofing that goes into this. Starting with the sole, it's a traditional, just kind of a sneaker style sole. It doesn't look like there's much going on here, but the grip actually comes from the material itself, and you do get a lot of grip considering the style is a more of a flat sole design. Now, the one thing I will say is when you're first wearing these, they come across as super rigid, like a 5 out of 10 on the rigidity scale. They break in. So when you're wearing them, there's going to be a lot of rigidity. You're going to feel like, man, this is really stiff. They do break in the way a traditional leather shoe would. So from a sizing standpoint, just go with what you would normally wear and just allow them to break in. Again, that full leather design, the same way you would get with a high-end leather boot, requires a bit of break-in. Now, you're going to have symmetry coming into play with the shifter panel. Obviously, you do not need a shifter panel on your right foot because that's your braking foot. However, they wanted to carry over the symmetry through both. Double stitching throughout the leather. And then as you get around the side on this, you are going to have ankle pucks in both the lateral as well as the medial side of this. Pops are reflective throughout. You're going to have a popper reflective at the back, which is going to be blacked out, disguised really nicely. The one thing to note here is you almost get like, with this gum style sole, it almost kind of has like a Doc Marten look to it, which is just something that struck me, but with more of a sneaker design. Pull tab on the rear, popper reflective on that as well, but for easy on, easy off, you do have that pull tab. I like that. And then looking at the lace up the front, you are going to have reflective at the ties for the lace. Now, my only real nitpick here is that while you do have this center strip that runs up, which helps to hold all the laces into place, you're not going to have anything to cover the laces up top. This is a motorcycle sneaker, so the last thing you want to do is have your laces come undone and you get caught in a chain. If you love the style, you like the idea of having laces, what I would recommend is make sure you double knot that and then tuck it down inside your shoe. But that again would be my nitpick. I'd love to see some extra coverage here just to make sure that those laces don't get caught with any moving pieces on your motorcycle. But that's a nitpick that I have with quite a few different laced options out there. Overall, if you are looking for a riding sneaker, you want something simple and protective, but you also want something that gives you the style that allows you to walk around all day and it doesn't look like you're coming off of a motorcycle, the REAX Fulton riding sneakers are definitely one to consider. Again, I would encourage you to click the info button, and once you do that, you can actually read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting this sneaker through its paces. If you're not sure as to whether this one is right for you or what other options are available, just keep in mind you can always reach out to one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email over to cs@revzilla.com, and they can walk you through all the different options that will work for you and your riding style within a given price point. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the REAX Fulton riding sneakers. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.